The day has not gone according to plan today on the way to B&Q, and oh, it's very bright. And there was a big smell, but quite a kind of acrid smell. So it smelled like burnt rubber. There was loads of smoke coming out from under the van. So I've quickly got into B&Q car park, and I can see there's a coolant leak, which is somewhere down there, coming out from under here. You can see it all dripping down. So luckily I'm in B&Q, so I've gone to get some tools because I haven't got any tools on me. I actually took out my multi-tool literally 2 days ago and didn't put it back in, and that's the exact tool I need right now. So I'm hoping I can fix it and fill it back up with coolant, and I'm hoping it's going to be all right. I think I've identified the only pipe that's broken. It's only a short piece, so it's getting the right pieces of pipe is the most difficult part, but we'll have a look. I'll clean it up and have a go. So I have been to B&Q and I bought gloves, clips, because I haven't got any tools with me for some reason. I bought a length of this hose. I've already taken the tube off there, and this hose seems to fit perfectly. Now this hose here is LPG hose, so like gas canister hose, and it fits perfectly on this the tube. So hopefully I can fix it and get going. I have bought some coolant. This is the same stuff that was in it before, so I've gone for that. This is exactly what I had in before. So I've just taken the hose off, and as you can see, it is completely perished. So that just rubs on the top there. I don't know, but it's from that little pipe there. Right, time to put a new bit in. Okay, I have got the pipe in. That was a real pain because you couldn't get that clip in at the back. It was almost impossible. One of the front's on, so I've had to put a Jubilee clip on the back. So I'm going to fill it up with coolant and see what happens. Right, I'm going to fill it up. Okay, so I topped it up to the full line and it's just sucked a load back in. So I'm going to top it up again. I've just filled up again, started the engine. It should suck some more coolant through. Up in here, so everything's happening. No leaks. Go over there, look. Right, I'm going to feel confident to drive home now. I think looking good. So I've just managed to fix the van. My God, that was a bit scary, to be honest with you. I thought I'd completely broken it then, but thankfully it remained calm and just saw what the problem was. Just identifying the leak really. If I couldn't have fixed it, it would have been on the back of a lorry going home. So luckily I did break down just outside B&Q, and across the road is Halford, so I was able to buy coolant and all the tools and the rubber pipe. The LPG pipe that I use was perfect, absolutely perfect fit for it. So if you find yourself in a similar situation, B&Q, the orange LPG pipe, that was pretty good. So yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to go home and have something to eat, because that's it, that's my day ruined anyway. So well, I did make it back, as you can see. So I checked the levels on the coolant, and I've topped up again, and I've run the engine, and everything looks fine. Now I just wanted to kind of touch on a point about coolant and actually bleeding the system. Now Mazda Bongos aren't all the same with their engines. You've got a diesel, you've got a V6, and you've got a 2 litre. Now mine's the 2 litre, and the 2 litre version is one that will self-bleed. I don't know about the V6, I presume it does, but I can't comment on that one. I know the diesels are a lot more tricky to bleed. There's a whole system. You can actually get a, I've mentioned it before, where you can actually get a bleed kit installed, and they seem like if I had one, I would put them in for sure, because if you can self-bleed the engine, then that's going to be way better. And I don't know the exact process because I've done it before and it worked perfectly, so I just repeated what I did then, which was top up the header tank, start the engine, put the cap on, start the engine, run it for a little bit, turn it off, take the cap off, and then it kind of sucks more in, and you kind of got to leave it a bit, fill it up, leave it, run the engine and leave it, and kind of keep going through that process, and eventually it'll get rid of all the air and it'll be absolutely fine. And that's only the 2 litres though, so everything I've done today can only be sort of specific to the 2 litre engine, just so you know. And a quick note on the coolant. Now I put this in, which is, I don't know why I've chosen this stuff. I have no idea. I must have researched it at the beginning, and when I first put coolant in, because I had a coolant leak quite early on when I first owned the van. It was down this side here where the rear heater matrix is. It's a really common fault. That's what I put back in, so I knew what was in it, so I just went with that again. But really I should flush out the whole system and put a more common coolant in, something like the red oat stuff, which is in Halfords. That would have been a little bit better to put in. But just a quick note on that, so you can't mix coolants. If they're different colours, they don't generally mix, they tend to coagulate, and you can really wreck your coolant system. So before you do anything with coolant fluids, check you've got the same stuff that you put in. Some stuff is universal. There is some things, I think it's in Asda, can't remember the name of it, it's like a yellow one I think, and that's universal apparently and can mix with anything. So just be wary if you do find yourself in this situation, that you do put the correct fluid in. I feel I've got to mention it in the video at some point, because I know how easy it is you can wreck it, and I'm not an expert, that's one thing. So this is me kind of just, looking out a bit there. I think I really did feel quite lucky that I was at B&Q. Yeah, managed to get it going, got it back, and everything looks fine. So another thing that I feel duty bound to mention is the fact that one thing I've never put in this van, and I do feel a little bit guilty now, is I'd never put in a coolant alarm. And today, that would have been a really good thing to have if that had gone off and really told me what was going on, rather than just watching smoke billowing out from the bottom of the van. So a coolant alarm, I think I'll get one installed now. I think I've learnt my lesson now. Let that be a lesson to all of us. Maybe it's a good idea to get a coolant alarm. So maybe one of the next videos I'll do is putting a coolant alarm in. There we go. You live and learn. Yeah, so that kind of was a bit of an adventure today, really. Not the one I wanted, but anyway, there we go. Hopefully we've learned something. I know I have. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Hopefully a different kind of video. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.